It's not uncommon for people to keep their depression private. From wanting to protect their privacy to fearing judgment by others, there are many personal and professional reasons why people with depression hide from others. When we have depression, we oftentimes find ourselves withdrawing from our loved ones and sometimes pushing people away. We don't always know why, and it's not always a conscious thing either. It's confusing, painful, and unsettling. It can be confusing for those around us, too, because if we don't know why we're pushing them away, they won't know why either. Depression manifests differently for each person. It's no more the forlorn, incapacitated person with bedhead seen in antidepressant commercials than the polished and high-functioning attorney having liquor for lunch. While some depressed people might feel deep despair, others may be riddled with anxiety, insomnia, or anger. Haphazardly pushing people away is a common side effect of depression. While experiencing a bout of depression, it's often easiest to detach from others for a while. It's nothing personal, it's about self-preservation. And it's about avoiding the barrage of armchair psychiatry by well-wishers who dispense platitudes like, "What's wrong with you? Things aren't that bad." Or, the timeless, "Just snap out of it." Hey psych tubers, welcome to the Max Mental Health channel. In this video, I am gonna be telling you the 5 reasons people with depression push others away. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. When your mind is telling you that you are stupid, weak, and worthless, over and over again, you begin to believe it. When it distorts your memories and plays them in an endless loop, it reinforces the beliefs. If it goes on long enough, you think everyone else believes it too. You feel exposed around other people, and the shame is unbearable, so you'll do what it takes to hide. If that means pushing people away, you will. Feeling as though we're lacking in energy can be tough when we're alone. We have to be careful when managing what little energy we have, so that we don't completely exhaust ourselves. Having no energy when we're around others can be even worse. We're expected to talk. We're expected to smile. We're expected to join in. Sometimes, we don't have the energy to be around others. We don't have the energy to follow conversations or think of things to talk about. We push people away because we don't have the energy to be around them. We worry that we won't meet their expectations of us. 4. Compassion. Once you have experienced depression, you wouldn't wish it on anyone, let alone the people closest to you. You worry that your depression is contagious and that you will take the people you love down with you like a drowning person. We're scared of getting hurt. We're scared that people will get sick of us and leave. We're constantly waiting for people to drop the nice act and walk away from us. If we push people away, they can't leave us, because we've already left them. It's within our control. Sometimes we'd rather be isolated than constantly worrying about when people will get fed up with us and leave. Sometimes, when our loved ones hear how awful we're feeling, it can upset them, because they care about us. It can be hard for them to see us hurting or in pain. If we begin to feel suicidal, and share that with a loved one, we see the pain and worry in their eyes. We see them wondering what they're not doing enough of to help. Our loved ones might struggle to understand why we feel the way we do. It might hurt them, and we don't want that, because we love them. So we push them away. What they don't see can't impact them. Depression can cause us to feel like a burden. Having no energy, struggling for motivation, having low self-confidence, and other symptoms of depression can contribute to this feeling. We don't see ourselves as bringing any value to our relationships. We feel worthless. We see ourselves as a drain on those around us. We push people away because we don't want to burden them. 3. Fear of being judged. They say that depression isn't stigmatized much anymore, but you can still hear disdain regularly in casual conversations from people who haven't experienced it. We are aware that we aren't ourselves, we feel gobbled up by depression, and socializing can feel awkward. We might not be showering as much as we ordinarily would, we might not have run a brush through our hair in a while, and we may only really feel comfortable in our pajamas. Our sleep is all over the place. We feel like a bit of a mess, and don't always recognize ourselves when we look in the mirror. We struggle to see ourselves this way, and with that comes a sense of shame. We're scared of getting hurt. We're scared that people will get sick of us and leave. We're constantly waiting for people to drop the nice act and walk away from us. If we push people away, they can't leave us, because we've already left them. It's within our control. Sometimes we'd rather be isolated than constantly worrying about when people will get fed up with us and leave. 2. Fear of falling. People with depression tend to be smart, creative, resourceful people who have achieved great success. In the extreme, think J.K. Rowling, Robin Williams, Kurt Cobain, Ernest Hemingway, Bruce Springsteen. The higher you are on a pedestal, the scarier the fall. We feel rubbish. We feel low. We struggle to smile and keep on a happy front when around others. If someone asks us how we are, we can't honestly answer fine, though this is normally our stock response. We don't want to talk about how we are because we don't want to drag others down. We don't want to share our misery with them for fear that it will worsen their mood. We don't want to inflict our rubbishy feelings on those we care about, so we push them away. Feeling as though we're lacking in energy can be tough when we're alone. We have to be careful when managing what little energy we have, so that we don't completely exhaust ourselves. Having no energy when we're around others can be even worse. We're expected to talk. We're expected to smile. We're expected to join in. Sometimes, we don't have the energy to be around others. We don't have the energy to follow conversations or think of things to talk about. We push people away because we don't have the energy to be around them. We worry that we won't meet their expectations of us. 1. Fear of rejection. If no one is around, you can't be rejected. Ever had the experience of asking someone out for a date and feeling depressed after you were rejected? Ever go to a party, talk to some people you never met before and experienced a lack of interest in you or about what you were saying? Did you feel depressed and anxious after this experience? Do you remember feeling utterly dejected during childhood if you were chosen last for a team because you were thought of as the worst athlete? Remember feeling rejected and hopeless when your boyfriend or girlfriend broke up with you? Most if not all of us have had these or other similar types of experiences from time to time during our lives. In fact, some of the readers may be going through something like this at the very present time. But, why do these experiences hurt so very much? Rejection hurts badly because it awakens a primal need that we all have for social connectedness. Think about it. From the time we are born, we rely on the love and nurturing provided by our mother and father to help us survive and thrive. Perhaps that is why the language carries somatic types of terms to convey how rejection feels. For example, it is interesting to say that we feel hurt as a result of a rejecting experience. Sometimes we push people away because it's easier than having to pretend we're okay. It's easier than having to confront how far we've fallen from the person we once were. It's easier than having to wash, sort our hair out, plaster a smile on our faces or get dressed. When we're by ourselves, we can often kid ourselves that we're okay. But being around others can be a not-so-welcome reminder of the fact that we're far from okay. We push people away because we feel as though we don't match up. We've put the people we love on a pedestal and we often feel as though we're not enough for them. We also understand how painful that can be for our loved ones. Please like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be the first to watch such videos in case I upload.